All right, folks, welcome back to the TNT show. We've got our final episode of our NFL Offseason Breakdown series, and today's division is the NFC North. So we got the Packers, the Vikings, the Lions, and the Chicago Bears, aka them Bears.
The
So
Bears.
let's go ahead and jump into it. Who we got first?
Let's just start off with the Lions. This division, it's like we talked about. It's more quarterback heavy than anything. Obviously, the Lions are number one. Don't even think it's close. When healthy, they're gonna be right there in the running. So I just think it's like we're a broken record at this point, but I think it's make or break for Jared Goff. Their team is way too good to be falling short, to be honest. I know health and everything kind of struck them last year of injury bug. Their whole defense got banged up, but they got absolutely blown out by the Washington Commanders in the divisional.
Yeah, divisional.
So, like I said, I think that team's way too good, way too talented to be, Jared Goff out there looking like he did in at the Rams.
I mean, honestly, whatever way he looked with the Rams, he still made it to a Super Bowl. So he's got that under his belt. It's just,
Yeah, he just
it's like
can't.
you said.
He just can't get over that hump. He just can't. He can't win the big games.
Yeah. I mean, they came up short, not last year, but the year before, they came up
That
short.
wasn't
Now,
his fault though.
that was on the coach. That was on the coach. I get that's right. But last year was really more on him because Jahmyr Gibbs was out there doing his thing. And then Jared Goff he was struggling pretty bad against a defense that wasn't even really all that great.
It was pretty poor.
Yeah.
They just abandoned the run. But I think they've seen. I think you've seen what Jahmyr Gibbs could do. So as long as they stay healthy, they should be pretty good. Like I said, if Goff struggles this year, it's time to go. Make a trade him, cut him. The team, like I said, the team's too talented. Some
Yeah.
people are
I
in the
mean,
prime of their career, and you're kind of wasting it with Jared Goff.
that's a fully complete offense too. They have a great offensive line. They have two great running backs.
Yeah.
They have the receivers. They have the tight end. That you have everything you could want in an offense right
Yeah.
there. But
And then you flip the
Jared Goff,
script. They have everything you want on defense. You got two very good pass rushers.
yeah,
You got the linebackers, and you got the back end. You got everything you want. That's a Super Bowl team.
it is. It's just I don't want to say it's Jared Goff, but at the same time, he has to prove that it's not on him. He has
Yeah.
to prove that like you said, he can get over that hump and at least get back to the Super Bowl. You don't even have to win it; just get there. Get the Lions to the Super Bowl, and you're basically a hometown hero at that point.
Yeah. You were a hometown hero when you got into the playoffs. So, but yeah, like I said, they're too good of a team. They just got to stay healthy.
Oh yeah.
Jumping to the Vikings. Let's jump to Minnesota. I'm assuming we're going to see J.J. McCarthy. I don't really know what other options you got.
None.
Everybody is saying that, he's going to be the truth. I don't know if you watched it. I'm talking to the people here. Don't know if you watched him play at Michigan, but they didn't throw the ball a whole lot. He just kind of
Well,
handed the
again,
ball off.
that is Michigan's system though, and that was Michigan's system when Harbaugh was there. So he could have just been a product of the system. Maybe he didn't really get to show a lot of what he could do
But to
because
be
they were
fair,
really high on him last year.
yeah. If he didn't get hurt, Sam Darnold doesn't. We don't see him. Maybe, I don't know. But it's his first year. Again, though, he just took the keys to a loaded team. essentially. You got the best receiver in football in Justin Jefferson. The run game's
Yeah.
there. You got Jordan
Hmm.
Addison. You got Hawkinson. They got a pretty good offensive line, and their defense is again very good.
Yeah. Another Super Bowl contending team last year, but I think injuries to their offensive line really derailed those chances in the playoffs because
I think Sam Darnold
Sam Darnold
hit
was.
his peak. He peaked. He couldn't really play much better than he
I
could
don't.
have.
I think in the playoffs it was really the injuries to the offensive line because if you saw the game, he was running around for his life in
Yeah,
that playoff
yeah,
game.
yeah. They looked pretty bad.
Yeah.
So
So
I'm not really gonna, it's hard to say what you expect from a rookie. A lot of weight's probably on his shoulders because, I mean, like I said, Sam Darnold was seeing ghosts at one point in his career and looked like an MVP out there. So, like I said, you got Justin Jefferson. They got a good run game with Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason. You got Jordan Addison. You got T.J. Hawkinson. He should be fine. They should actually be pretty solid. It's like you said, the offensive line. It's always the offensive line. If they got a good offensive line, they'll be fine.
I think if everybody just stays healthy and JJ McCarthy can just because obviously he's a rookie, so you don't want to just have him do too much right off.
Yeah,
Just
he's
make
got
the
a good
right
enough
plays, do the
team
right
that
things.
he's got a good enough team. Like, look, if we start struggling, throw the ball to Jettas. I mean, it is what it is. You got Hawkinson. If he can stay
Yeah.
healthy, you got him. And like I said, the run game's fine. Defense, they're pretty good on defense. So yeah, I the Packers could be a sneaky team because you don't know what JJ McCarthy's going to look like. It's either going to be good or it's going to be bad.
True.
So, let's jump to Green Bay. Not really much to say about Green Bay. They really didn't really do anything. Uh, the one thing I want to see from Green Bay is just more success in the playoffs. Like, they're good. The only thing about Green Bay, they just don't have playmakers. They're hurt all the
Yeah,
time.
not a lot of big names in the wide receiver core.
They did get
They
Matthew
did draft
Golden.
with yeah.
Yeah, that's who they drafted. They drafted Matthew Golden out of Texas. Other than that, everybody else is just wide receiver by committee because everybody's hurt all the time. Christian Watson's hurt all the
Oh yeah.
time. Romeo Dobbs is hurt. I mean, they got some all right guys, but they just can't stay healthy. You know what they got in the run game?
Yeah.
They were
True.
run heavy last year with Josh Jacobs, and their defense was all right. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, for the Packers,
I think it was
yeah, yeah. Christian Watson tore his ACL last year, so
oh
they were run heavy with Josh Jacobs. So I don't know. I just want to see a little bit more out of Green Bay. But heck, they were 11 wins. They only lost 6 games. They were 11-6. So I mean, they were like middle of the pack. So it was hard to beat Minnesota and Detroit. I mean, obviously those two were the powerhouses in the NFC North.
oh yeah.
So, but yeah, Green Bay. You gave Jordan Love a lot of money, so it's kind of working out. I just want to see the little bit more playoff success. But he's young though; he hadn't really been playing for a whole lot. So, but let's jump to the Chicago Bears. There's a lot of I think there's a lot of pressure on Caleb Williams. I really think.
I think yes, but I think the organization as a whole is under a lot of pressure because
Well, the reason I say that
everything
is
just fell apart.
like Caleb Williams was supposed to be the savior. You traded Justin Fields, you loaded up, and you won 5 games. I mean,
Weren't they like 4-2 at one point?
Chicago?
Yeah, weren't they
No,
4-2 at one point, and then they just lost a bunch of games?
no, I don't think so. I could be
You sure?
totally wrong. I'd have to go back and look.
Maybe I was thinking about somebody else. I don't know, but
I'm about to say I'll look it up. Go ahead.
oh well, I was just gonna say. I mean, as far as the Bears go, it's you got your second year, Caleb Williams. I mean, everybody's still there basically, except for didn't they release? Did they release Keenan Allen?
Not even. Yeah, I think so.
So
All
I
right,
think
so
this
they
year is really
were
about
yeah, so
keeping.
they were one yeah, they were 4-2, and then they lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lost 10 in a row.
Yeah, they fell apart. It was bad. I
Yeah,
mean, a
because
lot
they actually looked
injuries. I mean,
really good. Well, take it with a grain of salt. So okay, they beat Tennessee, lost to Houston, lost to the Colts.
uh huh.
Then they beat the Rams. They beat Carolina and they beat Jacksonville. So realistically, not really because those teams were trash. And then, I
Yeah.
mean, they got dominated for 10 games straight. So they were close games though. I mean, Caleb Williams didn't play bad, but like you said, they fell apart. Their coach, they uh fired their coach after that game where they were getting blown out and Caleb Williams was just back there getting killed. So, but yeah,
So
they
what?
what were you gonna say?
Where do you think they right the ship going into this season? Because like you said, new coach, new system,
They brought in some pretty decent
highly touted
offensive
quarterback.
linemen. They brought in some good
Okay.
offensive linemen. They brought in probably one of the best guards in Joe Thuney. They gave him a lot of money too. I mean, again, the weight's on Caleb Williams. I mean, you were supposed to come in and be the savior and slice it however you want to. You only won 5 games. It's kind of he's
I think we'll see a. No, you
if
go
it's
ahead. You go
not
ahead.
any better, I'm not saying you panic, but it's gonna be. Did we? Let's just say I don't. It's hypothetical here, but let's say Jaden Daniels. I don't want to get too much off topic, but let's say Jaden Daniels and let's say he takes Washington back to the NFC Championship and the Bears win 7 games. You did it again. You took the wrong quarterback. I'm sure it's in the back of their mind. Like,
Well, yeah.
man, could have had that guy. But again, like you said, their offensive line, God, they were terrible. Caleb Williams was running around for his life.
No, he was.
Their defense was okay. They just struggled offensively. I think the main thing with the Bears is they were trying to make Caleb Williams do too much. It kind of looked like, if you want me to be honest, he wasn't ready. Like he wasn't ready for that. I think they were trying to make him do too much.
I don't know. I just think he wasn't ready for the part where he was going to have to be running around for his life,
Yeah, because he didn't have
like
to do
every
that at
single snap.
USC. I mean, it's a big difference when you're going from no disrespect to their conference, but really didn't really play a whole lot of competition. We're just being honest.
Um, yeah, because he was still in the pack. 12 before they moved to the Big
Big
Ten.
Ten.
So
So the competition was, I mean, you're not running around for your life because there
yeah,
was promise there, and then everything fell apart. Because
I
unfortunately, where did it fall apart at? It fell apart when Washington had that Hail Mary to beat them. That's where it fell apart.
oh yeah.
They
I
beat
saw that.
Jacksonville,
It all went through.
and then it all went downhill when they threw that Hail Mary because that the Bears guy was taunting in the end zone and dude caught it. And then they got, I mean, blown out by the Cardinals, blown out by the Patriots. They scored 3 points against Seattle. Seattle only scored 6,
Yeah,
but yeah, it was
that was a
bad.
really bad game. That game was awful.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It looked promising. So, but yeah, they got a new coach in Ben Johnson, so I'm interested to see how that works out for Caleb Williams because I think that's what he needed. He needed somebody an offensive like mindset.
Yeah,
Now, if
you could
they,
tell the
like you
coaching
said,
before that coach got fired. Just it wasn't. He had a lot of head scratching decisions that cost them a few games. So they just had to go ahead and let him go.
oh yeah, I mean he was back there getting Caleb Williams killed, and they're getting blown out. Like, why is he even in the game?
Yeah, it's
So
so
go
who do you
ahead.
think is gonna win the
Love
division?
the lines. I don't even think it's close. It shouldn't be
Okay, so with that being said, who's your surprise team to win the division?
the Packers.
That's a good pick.
I just don't know what I'm
I,
getting out of
I was
JJ
I
McCarthy.
was probably yeah. Honestly, I was gonna say my surprise team would be the Vikings because JJ McCarthy is gonna come out here and have a crazy rookie season.
He could come out and they could light it up.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously the favorite is the Lions. I mean, they've won the division 2 years in a row now, 2 or 3, something like that. However many it is,
Yeah, I think so. I mean, to be
but
fair,
obviously they're
you
the
could have
favorite and
made
for
an
good reason.
argument last year that the Vikings could have won it, but the Lions beat them. I think.
They didn't just beat. They didn't they blow them out. I'm pretty sure they blew them out.
Let's look and see. Let's just take a gander before we just start throwing stuff out here. Uh, yeah, they beat them both times. They beat them 31-29, and yeah,
Yeah,
the last time, yeah, they blew them out. They beat them 31-9. That's when that's when
yeah.
that's when Sam Darnold was running for his life. They got the brakes beat off of him. So, but yeah, like you said, I don't know what I'm getting out of the Bears. The Bears are the Bears. They're like it is what it is. They're just the Bears. So
The Bears.
until they can show some improvement, I wouldn't. Maybe I should say it. Maybe I wouldn't put $1 on them. Maybe they'll win the Super Bowl, but it's the Bears we're talking about. They're one of those teams that they're in the category of the head scratchers. Like they just can't seem to figure it out. They got a good
Yeah,
team.
I mean they do. They do have a really good team. It's just you got to wait and see how the quarterback situation plays out.
Let's look at their roster. Let's look at their depth chart. So they got Caleb Williams, DeAndre Swift, DJ Moore, Roma Dunze. They signed Zacchaeus. They drafted
Mhm.
Luther Burden the third. They got Cole Kmet. They drafted
That's a great.
Colston Loveland.
Yeah. Hmm.
As far as no disrespect to the offensive lineman, but I know who Joe Thuney is. They signed him from the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Don't know if they got anybody else. Their defense is pretty good. They got Montez Sweat. Don't know if he played here last year, but they got Jermaine Edmonds. I don't know if he was there or not. Could be wrong. I think so. But I mean, they should be pretty good. I mean, it's like I said, they loaded up for him, and they still only won 5 games. So it's kind of like nothing changed.
I think it'll be a different conversation this year for the Bears.
If it's not,
maybe not.
Let's say it's the same result. Let's say they win 6, 7 games. Boy, it's going to be interesting to know, what's going to happen if they win like 7 games. Can't fire Ben Johnson. It's his first year. I guess you could do whatever you want to, I guess. I think, honestly,
hit the panic button.
Yeah, you panic. Because, I mean, again, you did it again. Let's just, hypothetically speaking here, but like I said, if he doesn't work out, it is what it is, I guess. I think he'll be fine. I think it's like I said, I just think he was thrown into a situation where they looked good, but their coach was literally costing them the game. They were doing dumb stuff. They were out there running stupid plays and could have won some games, but he wasn't calling timeout. It was ridiculous. So let's talk about the Lions for a second. So let's say I think it's Super Bowl or bust for Jared Goff. Like I said, their team's too good. So I don't even know who their backup quarterback is. I'll give you a guess on who it is. Do you have any idea who it is?
I don't actually.
Oh, it's Hendon Hooker. I forgot about that.
I was getting ready to say that, but I thought you said that because they might have cut him or he didn't make the roster.
No,
or something.
I'm pretty sure Dan Campbell is high on him. I'm pretty sure. He got hurt. He tore his ACL and got hurt. So maybe if Jared Goff struggles, maybe throw him in there. Or do like they did with Jordan Love. Hand him the keys and Goff, I hate it for you, but you got to go.
Also another option.
But, yeah. I think it's Super Bowl or bust for Jared Goff. Their team's too good. You got Amon-Ra. It's their defense. Their defense is... It's all right. Who'd they sign? Didn't they get somebody? Didn't they get a good pass rusher?
That I don't know, but I know the biggest thing for them is going to be their coaching turnover because they lost both their offensive and defensive coordinator.
What's Jared Goff going to look like? They lost their defensive coordinator. So
that's the biggest question mark for them.
Dallas Turner isn't even a starter. Did you know that? For the Vikings?
Was he really not?
Not on the depth chart, he's not. He is second? Third? No, he's second. I'm going to keep it real. I don't even know who this is. Who is this? Andrew Van Winkle. Ginkle. Sorry.
Don't even know.
I don't know.
I heard the name before, though.
Sacks last year, so.
You're doing something right.
Defense is different. Like, the depth chart doesn't really matter because there's so many different, formations that they run.
Yeah, a lot of guys rotate.
They rotate.
Yeah, rotating. Even if you're second string, you could still be a starter at that second string position.
Because, I mean, he played in all the games, but he was young, and their defense is really good. But
still played, though, so you're doing something right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, the Van Ginkle guy, I'm pretty sure he's been... Yeah, he's been pretty solid. No, he really hadn't. Last year is his best year out of anywhere. But yeah, that's basically all I got. I mean, who knows? JJ McCarthy may come out and win the MVP. Based on what I've seen from Michigan, I don't know. You don't know because they didn't throw the ball at Michigan. They just handed the ball off 100 times. So there's really not a
Yeah.
whole lot of tape on him out there slinging it, but I don't know because they were high on him, but they really weren't high on him because they said he wasn't going to start regardless. So, but
It was a lot of different things that were
again,
said.
though, if he comes out and struggles, they're going to go get a quarterback because, unfortunately, you have somebody on your team. I'm talking about Justin Jefferson here that is not going to let his production suck because the quarterback sucks. The
Well, I
last
mean,
thing
you got to
you
think he is
need,
a
the
rookie
last
too.
thing
You
you
can't just
need,
give up on him.
huh? You said what?
You can't give up on him.
Tavius is cutting out. I don't really know what he said, but whenever he comes back, but yeah, Justin Jefferson's in that position where, I mean, if his numbers start taking a hit, the last thing you want to do is put him in a position where he's like, I don't want to be here. I mean, when Kirk got hurt, or was it Kirk Cousins when he got hurt, and Josh Dobbs came in and got Justin Jefferson smoked over the middle. It'll take one of them. It'll take maybe one or two of them because he's a one in a lifetime kind of player. So the last thing you need is a rookie quarterback out there getting your star player killed.
Well, in JJ McCarthy's case, he's technically a rookie, so you can't abandon him after year one. You got to give him at least 2 years.
Yeah, I mean they do have Sam Howell, so he actually didn't look terrible at Washington. So I
Nah, he's
mean,
trash.
all things considered, I mean not really. Their team sucked.
Nah, he's trash.
Their team
Yeah, but he's
sucked.
trash though.
I mean, he threw for 4,000
Yeah,
yards.
but he's did he really?
Yes, he threw for 4,000 yards in 2023. He was that dog. They were actually
Are
like,
you looking at it right now?
huh? Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. He threw for 3,946 yards. Now, he had a Jameis season. He was 21 for
Yep.
21.
Yeah, there you go. Like I said, that's the. I don't care how many yards you throw for. If you turn the ball over 21
He threw
times, you're
21
not staying on the team.
interceptions. He was Jameis.
You're not. You're not staying on the team.
Let me look. Let's look at their schedule. I don't think they were terrible. I know. I mean, they were pretty bad, but they only won what one?
They were just.
They only won 4 games. They
I
did get, but
mean,
yeah, they got
you
blown
would
out a
expect them to
lot.
lose. You would
They
expect him. He
got
threw
blown
21
out by the
picks.
Bears,
You
40 to
expect them
20,
to.
and he had 400 yards passing. They only scored 20 points.
So again, like I said, it's
He
man.
threw for
I'm not sold
300
on that.
yards and only scored 3 points. Dallas beat them 50 to 10.
So before we get off too far into this rabbit hole, that pretty much wraps up our off-season breakdown series. So for everybody out there who listen in on every episode, we appreciate y'all. We wanted to do it different this time around, and we feel like we had a lot better schedule. So we feel like we really, we took our time with this. Like we feel like we did a really great job compared to last year where we didn't even have enough time to finish that last episode completely like we wanted to.
For sure. I mean, we're
So,
not going into depth
that's
like we probably should. We didn't do like who they picked up, who they drafted, but we kind of talked about them. maybe talked about some teams that a little bit more than others, but some teams, you know what they are. They've been in the same spot for years. So, but
Well, on top of that too, it's only really like it's only our second year doing this, so y'all got to remember that we're kind of casual to some degree
yeah,
for some of these teams. We don't know absolutely everything, so
yeah, I just know more than
I'd
you
say
do.
by year 4, we could debate that, but we'll save that for another episode. So, yeah, that pretty much wraps this one up. You got anything to say before
I
we get
don't
out of
think
here?
so. I think that's it.
Okay, well, yeah. Like we've been doing so far in the breakdown series, since this is the last episode, let us know who you think is going to win the division, and out of the 4 teams, who you think could have a shot at a title. And before we get out of here, sorry, I'm kind of dragging this on. We know a lot. This series took up a lot of like our normal like episode time, so we're working on a basketball episode, strictly basketball. And then we have preseason coming up, so we're gonna get into like preseason, like regular season predictions, all that good stuff. So, with that being said, we'll catch y'all in the next episode.